and welcome back to the second part of this tutorial, student records. So I'm going to start by completing the whole button. So let's come in here, and this very button, let's change the property to exit, and the variable name will be JBTN exit. Okay, this one here, I'm going to change this to ranking. So let's click and edit and change the name as well, the variable name. Right click, change variable, JBTN ranking. Done. What about transcripts? This one, let's change that to transcript. Edit. That'll be okay. Let's just copy that and change that variable to JBTN there. Okay, right, let's take care of the exit first. Right click, add event, action perform there. Okay, right above the procedural area we enter private J frame, and I'm going to call it just frame there. So that is my variable, and right underneath here I'm going to enter as follows. Now let's import JFrame in there, and that's it, the error is gone. Okay, in here let's get rid of this so that it doesn't confuse you guys. Those are my lines of code to exit. What will happen is the system will actually prompt you to confirm if you want to exit. So let's run that so that you guys see how it works. So move it up a little bit. If I click on exit, you see that it's asking you to confirm if you want to exit, yes or no. Yes. Okay, right in here let's just change that to student result system. There we go. Alright, those are the lines of codes taken care of. Right, the other thing we can do now is, let's come in here and see the other thing, the transcript. Let that one stay away for a while. Maybe let's declare some variables, no, an array to store all of this information, but they don't have names. Okay, let me just give them names first, and this one will be called, alright, that has a name, that's fine. The next one, let's change that to JTextArea first name. Okay, I'm just going to speed that up. Okay, I've finished naming all of the components. The next thing is, let's start work on this ranking system. So I'm going to right click and come to events, select action, action perform. Now right in here I'm going to declare an array. So let's say double, and I'm just going to call my array letter R. The R will stand for result. So let's go for double, and I'm going to make that approximately 14. Right there, that's my array sorted. Now let's make use of this array. So the first one here is math. So okay, let's copy that, let's go back in there. So that's going to become R, it's actually capital letter R, equals double dot parse. So let this be uppercase as well, and right here let's enter JTextArea dot get text there. So that represents my very first array. Now the second one is going to be the same thing, R equals, okay, double dot parse JTXT, and that will become, what's the name of the next one? English. Okay, dot get text. That's for the English, and I will repeat the same thing for the next one, that's biology and computing. So let's just copy that. We have 2 here, 3 here. This is computing, and this is biology. Right. Okay, take it down. So that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the other 4, we have chemistry, it's chemistry. Let's come down here and change this to chemistry. Right. Then we have physics, that's physics. And the other one is advanced, and I think the last one, okay, that's business. Let's copy that as well. Come in here and just paste business there. Okay, now all of the arrays now has value in them. So what I'm going to do next is, so to get the average, I'm going to have to add all of these together and just divide by 8, and to get the total, just add all of it together into array 8 and 9. Okay, the value in array number 8, I will now assign that into a variable that I will call string average equals string dot format right there. So clear that, just there. Okay, now we now assign this to that very component that is supposed to be JTXT average dot set text, and the text we're setting is average there. Okay, what about number array 9 as well? So let's get that of array 9. I'm going to copy all of these, just come right down here, paste that in there and change. Okay, we use an if statement here. So let's say if, that'll be R9 that's a greater than and equals to 700, then JTextArea ranking dot set text, and that will become first class. Right. Okay, so that is fine. Supposing it's less than that, let's come in here and use else if it's 600. I think that might be second. That's 2-1. That's how 2-1 is written. Okay, let's go for the next one. Say about 500, and 500, that will be 2-2. Okay, if you notice it's 2I and 2-2 is 2II. That's how it's written. Now supposing you end up with something like 400, that will be third class. First, second, okay, third class. And let's say it's 300. If it's 300, you end up with what is known as certificate of higher education. And if it's less than, let's say if it's 200, if it's 2, that would be a fail. Okay, that's all there is to it. So let's compile and run it and see. Enter our grades there. And rank, that is third class. Okay, supposing we have something like 90 here, 90, and let's see what's going to happen. That's 2-1. Okay, so that is how it works. Now the next thing I would like to do is to be able to add all of this information straight onto this table here, so it will actually make life easy when we click on this and we see all of those information displayed on the table. To do that, let's exit, and exit and come right down here. Now we're going to then call the models. Okay, before we can get all those data into the table, we're going to have to import as follows. Up here, can you see that default table model? Okay, so let's come back in here, right click and select event, action event, and come right down here, enter as follows. That is for the table, and that we are only entering the details of the student ID for now. So to enter the rest details, you enter a comma, and the next one is going to be course code. So I'm going to copy that, paste that in there, and let's enter course code here. Yeah, I think that name is wrong, so let's get it right. Okay, it's a total different name. Okay, let's go back in here. I've got the name. Let's come in here and paste it there. Right, and that's going to be get selected item. Right, Now let's see the next one. Okay, that would be math. Okay then. So we change this to math. Going there. Alright. Okay, now I believe you guys get the whole idea, so I'm going to just speed it up. The next one is English and so on. So let's speed that up now. So let me just show it to you again. So that is English. There. Okay, so let's speed it up. Okay, this is how the code looks like, and those are the lines of code that will populate the table. Okay, take a good look at every single line of code there on the button called ranking, and take it down there. So if I run it, we can then enter some value in there. Okay, let's enter the student ID. Let's say CC as the student ID, and the student name happens to be okay, and the surname is a Godson. Fill out Godson course code, select whatever course code, and in here when we enter the score of fellow Godson, there we click on that right there. You see it's 2-2, but here we have a problem. I expect this to start right from here. Okay, so I keep clicking and you get that. Okay, let's go and take care of this. We want this thing to start at 0. So let's go to the design of this table. Select the property right there, click, and here instead of 4 I'm going to enter 0. Expect it to start from row 0. You see there's nothing there anymore. So if we try to run it again, compile and run there, and we enter the details of, let's go for fill our Godson as well. As the course code, score, right, click on that. You see that, guys? Okay, so that's how you create your own student result recording system. Although it's not finished yet, we still have some more work to do. But now we need to take care of this and some other error here, like we are able to enter data in there that's not allowed. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the second part of this tutorial.